Yo, it's your boy Geek Sneaks back with another video. Today's video, we got the Ja 3. I think that this colorway, I don't know what they call this colorway, I forgot. But let's check the box out. That's the left shoe, here's the right shoe. Got the box right here. It just says Hyper Pink, Mint Foam Black. I don't know where it's black at, but oh, I see it. It's a black trim on the Nike trim. But I think it says price of admission. I think that's what they're calling it on the Nike app or online. It's called the price of admission colorway. But anyway, let's get into the shoe. Now, when these first dropped during the NBA playoffs, I think Memphis Grizzlies, like around the first round, Ja had these on. He wore this color, and that's when they unveiled this colorway. And I knew it from the gate. When I saw the colorway and I saw the designs, I was like, that shoe looked fire. My only gripe with this shoe was gonna be, how was it gonna perform? I played in the Ja 1s and I played in the Ja 2s, which we're gonna get a little bit more into in the video. But that was my only concern. Would it be different? Then they said that this had a full length bed of insole of Zoom X. So we'll get into that in a little bit as well. But overall, this is the shoe. You got nice padding right here on the collar area of it, right below the ankle. You have a short tongue, which reminds me of a Kobe, like a Kobe 8. You know how like the Kobe 8s have short tongues? This reminds me of that. The other Jaws, I guess you could say that the other ones do, but this one definitely, when I put the shoe on, it automatically reminded me of the Ja 8. And another reason why I got so excited is what I forgot to say just a second ago was, when I first seen the shoe, it automatically took me to it gave me like 90s vibes, where Nike was very, very, how can I say it? They took chances with designs. Like my very, very first time and seeing one of my very, very favorite shoes were the Foamposite 1, the Penny Hardaway, the original black with the royal blue. And the crazy thing is, I just got a pair of those in, so I'm gonna do a review on those. But just the look of those, when we first saw them, just looked like they came from space. They looked like it was like nothing you have ever seen before. I felt that way. I got that kind of excitement with these. With the patterns, and it just looked like, at first it just looked like, I thought it was like claw markings, because you know he has like the shoes from the previous two, the Ja 1 and Ja 2, where there's like a scratch colorway where they got like the bear claws scratching because he plays for the Grizzlies. I thought that this was initially what that was, but just all over the shoe. And then, you know, when they unveiled them and they showed different colorways, all the colorways kind of have this design on it. And I'll put this closer to the camera. As you can see, these are little Ja emblems or signatures, or little, that right there, the Ja logo, are all over the shoe, all inside of the Nike check. And then on this, you have the Nike check right here going into a J, and this little design is going to a A, which makes Ja 2, which is, I feel like that's fire. And I think the colorway is fire. You know, this pink and purple with a touch of silver is crazy. And I knew like this was the colorway I was gonna get. And they released the gray ones, or the white ones with the gray texture here. These Ja textures, I want to say it's plastic, but it kind of gives off like it feels like rubber too. It could be a mixture of both rubber and plastic, but that's the vibes that it gives. It definitely gives off like rubbery plastic. So yeah, and it just makes the shoe look. It makes the shoe look like something that we've never seen before, and it ain't. Like I said, the last time I saw something that just like, as far as design wise, took me away was the first Foamposite 1, the royal blue. Those just, I knew I wanted those, and I'll talk more about those in another video, in the video when I do for those. But I was super excited. I was like, yo, I hope I can get my hands on that pink colorway, because that looked like that's the colorway. But you know, I didn't know that what some of the other colorways were going to be. I wanted to get the black ones. I think they were called New York to New York, and the resale on that is ridiculous for a $125 shoe. These cost me at $125 on the Nike app. I got them when they released last Thursday or Saturday, Friday, whenever they came out, the 21st, I think they came out. And I just got them yesterday. I actually went and hooped in them yesterday to see what they felt like, because I've seen reviews of other people talking about how they felt, and it's like, I gotta give mine. And some of these guys that I saw, I don't know how big they are. Me, I'm 6'4", I'm 225 pounds. So I play inside, I play outside, off the dribble, and you know, every now and then above the rim. So I like a shoe that's a little snug fitted, which in all the jobs, like I told you before, like I told you guys in previous videos, I wear a size 13. But in most Nike shoes, except for LeBron's and the Books, my Nike basketball shoes are 14. My Adidas, 13. Everything else, my running shoes, everything else is a 13. But my Nike basketball shoes, my Kobe's, my Jaws, and pretty much everything else that I can think of, except for my Jordans, are a size 13. Everything else is a size 14. So when I put this on, I was wondering if it's gonna feel snug like the Ja 1 and the Ja 2, and it does. So this is a size 14, and it feels like a size 13 to me. So I played in them, and I tried them on briefly just to see how tight they were when I first got them, and I took them out of the box. I was like, okay, cool. They feel like they got the snug fit like the other two, more so like the first ones. The Ja 2, they were snug, but not as snug as the Ja 1 and these, I feel like. I tried it on, I was like, cool. Went and played ball in them yesterday, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to play ball in them first before I did the review in them, so that I could actually compare the three when it comes to on-court performance. And with that being said, they knocked it out of the park with this. I've seen Wear Testers video. I've seen a lot of people's videos. You know, they give their opinions. I don't know how big they are, but for me, for someone who plays like how I play, like I said, sometimes above the rim, off the dribble, layups, occasional dunks, jump shooting, I would like to have I would like to have good padding as I'm landing. Because a lot of the times when I don't have that, I get a lot of ball of foot pain a lot of the times, and this alleviates it 100%. Like, I didn't even feel it. The times that I was jumping yesterday, I didn't feel anything, and that's due to the full-length Zoom X foam. It felt good, but the shoe that it reminds me of a lot is another Nike shoe that has Zoom foam, a full-length Zoom foam. Now, this is like they say that this is like a mixture of Zoom foam or it's like pieces of a Zoom foam. I forgot what other shoe that I have that they got pieces of a Zoom foam. It was a running shoe. Matter of fact, it was a running shoe. It was the Zoom Fly, Nike Zoom Fly 5. Those had pieces of Zoom Air in it. Like this is how it's like pieces kind of like meshed together. But the shoe that I want to compare this to, that it feels like to me, but a little bit more bouncier, in my opinion, is the Nike GT Cut 3. These Ja 3s feel like the Nike GT Cut 3. And for me, if you were deciding to get a GT Cut 3 or a Ja 3, I would say get the Ja 3. The Ja 3 is a little bit more bouncy for me, and that's regular full-length Zoom X foam. This just felt, and it plays better to me. This is 125 versus 190 or 195 now. Some of them are 200 depending on the colorway. This is the original colorway, the white and the Summit white with the red, and then I have another pair too they're black with the orange sole with the green shoestrings. I forgot what color that is, but I have those too. But the Ja 3s play a lot like and feel a lot like the GT Cut 3. So if you were trying to gauge like which one should I get, I would say we'll go with this. It's a signature shoe for a signature athlete. You know, it's gonna save you probably 70 bucks or 60, 70 bucks. And I feel like it play better. Way more grip. The grip on these are unbelievable. Unbelievable. I went indoor and I went outdoor on the outdoor court, and I got the same traction as I got indoor as I did outdoor. Like, it just feels like these little logos are just like trying to like just digging into the ground, digging into the court. It's crazy. Just great stopping power. I'm getting another pair. I saw that the next colorway is the blue one on the right foot, and I think the yellow, the blue one on the left foot, right one is yellow. I might get those just to have another pair to hoop in. Sometimes I play in the gym, but most of the time I'm playing outside. So I would like to have two pairs just to, maybe switch back and forth. I could see me buying several pair of these, and just I'll buy more other shoes, of course, because I like to do my reviews. But I don't think that there's a shoe, and I have a lot of shoes, and I have a lot of shoes that I hoop in. The only things I haven't hooped in this year, I want to say, is the KD 18, but I do have the KD 17, and everybody says it's pretty much the same. So there's really no change in that, especially with the cushion setup, and the KD 17 and 18 is very much the same. So I put in a lot of things. The only things that I like outside of this is probably the James Harden 8, or I'll just give them a tie. I like both of those. These give a snug fit here and around the ankle. It locks down pretty good, especially with the low tongue. The tongue doesn't move either. Once you tie it, I like to tie my shoe up tight, especially when I'm playing the low tops. There was no tongue movement. The tongue stayed in place all the time, and my foot just felt secure the whole time. And I played for a few hours in these, and my foot just stayed secure. And I was just like, people were asking me how did they feel, how did they like them, and I just gave a bunch of positive feedback, saying how much I like them, and I can't wait to get another pair. Here's the right shoe. I'm going to play ball today, and I'm as I'm doing this video, I'm thinking, should I wear these again, or should I do something else? I've been thinking about wearing something else, but I just like playing in this so much. I felt explosive. I felt when I landed, like I said before, it was a very comfortable landing. Like, the Zoom X absorbs the impact really, really well. And the shoe is not heavy. Despite all of this stuff all over it and this sole, you would think that it's a heavy shoe. Not a heavy shoe at all. At least not for me. And I got pretty big legs, so they're nowhere near like heavy like Hardens or the AE1s. Those are heavy to me. Even the foam posits are heavy to me. These aren't as heavy as those. I don't have a scale to weigh it, but just in hand and on my feet, these aren't that heavy. So I also have the Ja 1 and the Ja 2. The Ja 2 is my least favorite performer on the court. Apparently these two have the same cushion setup. You feel the Zoom X in the forefoot, and these I do not feel not the Zoom X, the Zoom AirPod that's in the forefoot. I don't feel it in these. I mean, I do feel it in the ones. I don't feel it in the twos. And I think that these are the weakest link out of the three so far. So it's the 3, the 1, then the 2. And if anybody else in the comments have all 3 shoes and played on all shoes, I would really like to know you guys' opinion And again, it also depends on, you know, your style of play and how how you play ball. So like, you know, you might like this better than one of these two, but for me, these are the least favorite. I like it. These two resemble each other to me a bit. They're very similar in some way or another, but I would prefer the ones. These are fire. I really like the way that these perform. I played in these, I want to say 2 or 3 times. Don't like it. I played in these one time yesterday, and you could just tell it's a way better shoe. Nike did their thing with those. So yeah, it's the 3, the 1s, then the 2s for right now. But and the 2s are on sale. So Nike got crazy sales on Nike. I want to say Foot Locker, Hibbett Sports, all the sneaker stores got the Ja 2s, like 60, 70 bucks. So even if you don't want to spend the 125 for these and you want a good shoe, I'm not saying that it's a bad shoe. I'm just saying that it's my least favorite out of the 3 so far. And I only have 1 pair of the 1s and 1 pair of the 2s. I know I'm getting at least 1 or 2 more pair of the Ja 3. For sure. For sure. For sure. I feel like I can't say enough about it. I'm very surprised on how much I like these. And I was wondering, like, what are they going to feel like? Well, because I think these and the GT3s are the only shoes I think Nike make that has the full-length Zoom X foam for the cushion setup. I know that the Jordans got it, but they got a full-length Zoom Air unit with that as well. So it's not quite like this. This feels like a GT3, and I would pick this over the GT3 if I had to choose. 1, I'm gonna save money, and 2, I just think that this is a better overall shoe. You cannot go wrong. For the price, for the fit, the performance, and Ja's always going. From the first 2, they went on sale. Like they dropped so many different colorways. I don't know if it's going to be the same with these, and I just think that these are going to sell out always. All the good colorways that they come out with, because I've seen some colorways that they are coming out with, and most of them I like, and I just think that those colorways are gonna sell out. So if you can get a chance to get a pair, you should definitely get a pair and go hooping in them. I will not steer you wrong. These are fire. Might be the shoe of the year, far as basketball. You know, I would really like to know some of you guys' opinions on if you have them and wanted to play and played in them. I would like to know if you like them, and do you agree with what my thoughts are on them. With that being said, guys, that's the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. The next one, I'm gonna do the Foamposite. It's an old shoe. I just finally decided to get me a pair, breakdown. I got me a pair, so I'm gonna do the Foamposites next. So I'll see you on the next video. Peace.